Hey everyone, this is the HappyAnimaidCafeManager here with another walkthrough episode for the game Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Anyway, I'm still in the courtroom for the second day of the trial for Turnabout Samurai. Now find the inconsistency in this photo. Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor. Correct? I believe Mr. Edwards sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in the photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo, Your Honor. Here is the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. Here, at Studio 2, I see that would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. No filming is done there. Studio 2 is no longer being used for filming. I see. And this is significant why. Good question. I really should think things through more. Why would you like to take another stab at it, so to speak, stabbing away, Your Honor? Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The trailer is. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, the meeting was held in the very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Salmonella and D-Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. The path to the trailer was blocked, so we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember what Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because he could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet, in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with the access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. Oh, order! The defense makes the following claim. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Oldbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jackhammer, and Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a steel samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness! Jackhammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a steel samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that victim Jackhammer stole the costume. Proof. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Wow, now they're so surprised suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof of this. That Jackhammer stole the costume. Empty bottle. Found on the table in the employee area. The label reads sleeping pills. This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent the entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicion, yes. but there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Fingerprint the bottle. An idea, very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprint should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. Empty bottle given to the judge. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hackins' testimony has revealed new possibilities in his case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai seen by Miss Oldback may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2, and those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to find the answers to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth, You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well. Court is adjourned. October 19th, 2:47 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Phew, that was a close one. We were safe by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? But you both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce it. You dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Ho, of course we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks. To be continued, baby. They've cleared stage. October 19th, 3:27 p.m. Ryan Company Law Offices. That was a close one, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Maya? So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive. And proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed up the whole process up. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days. Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to wait. Detention Center, visitor's room. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed them in there. You could stop looking so vulnerable too. Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes, though there's not really anything I could do to help. Ha 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 ha. I'm not really sure what I could do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Producer Vasquez. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Vasquez? Oh, the producer. She's really well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Sal Manila. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can't imagine him being her beck and call though. I can't imagine him jump. No, I can't imagine him jumping. Mr. Hammer. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global 5 years ago. Global Studios main gate. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick, I think our guard's down. Yeah, I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station, if we wanted. You eat, you die. Phew, she's alive. Producer Vasquez. I was wondering about Steve Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. You not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her. So sorry. Can I ask you about Sal Manila, the director? Sal, he's sort of a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer. Arrgh! I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you drag his star down from the sky and stomp on him, calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Employee area. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later, I guess. This is where you found a bottle of sleeping pills, right? I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Yarr! No touching! Eat! Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack. I guess I could be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's an actor in me. Dramatique indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Were you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, traces thereof. Yeah, pal, traces thereof. the plate. So you're looking for traces of sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capability to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. So there were sleeping pills on the plate. Looks like it. State plate added to the court record. Type evidence retrieved from the employee area. Yeah, the state plate. The investigation. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. What about Edgeworth? How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Wow. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow. The fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups, bottles. Say, whatever happened to that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jackhammer's print on the bottle. So that means, yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So, I was right. Sleeping pill bottle. Type evidence retrieved from the employee area. Yeah, it's added to the court record again, but updated. Found on the table in the employee area. Bears Jackhammer's fingerprint. Found in the employee area. On it are traces of sleeping pills in a large bone. To the dressing room. Oh, hello. Well, what are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess the WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No! I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2, huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh, I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, has some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt. You know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set, though, the way it was, too. The film set? Was that trailer part of film set, then? The last episode? Well, what do you mean the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrants. No! No! Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? Oh no. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet. You understand. How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay, I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think the evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Path to Glory. Contains photos of every victorious scene in every battle the Steel Samurai has won. And this is, a fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults could save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what is it that the Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer. And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen if his career if word got out. I see. You know, who knows more about this than Miss Oldbag? She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks, we'll try asking her if she'll talk. What, you're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darnest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. I want to ask you about 5 years ago. Who did you hear that from? Nichols. Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny, Nichols. That assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jackhammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers dredging up dirt on someone's past like that. And recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun. No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Mr. Hammer that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I'm sorry, Mr. Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole the costume. Here's my proof. What's that little empty ball supposed to prove? It's a ball of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprint on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless night. Where's your proof? Where's your proof that he used those pills on Powers? Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so this is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag. Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired. See? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag. You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of me. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Let's guess. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor old Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph? Wait a second. This is a picture. This the trailer in the. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. 5-year-old photo added to the court record. Typed photographs received from one of the old bags. Studio 1 entrance. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2. Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Outside Studio 2. Studio 2 entrance. Hey, Nick. It's Miss Vasquez. Hello. H-E-L-L-O! H-E-L-L-O! Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh, dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it! Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My fake blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it. Oh, dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourself. Oh dear. Well, that's about it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Until next time. To be continued, baby.